Remember those old games, where like the enemies would just walk straight into walls?
Oh, yeah.
Or like repeat the same line
Over.
over and
Yeah.
over again?
Total classic.
Hilarious. Right. But also kind of kill the immersion a bit.
For sure. A nostalgic reminder of how far game development's come, though, and how much further it can go, especially now.
And that's what we're diving into today, the future of gaming. Specifically, how AI is about to, well, kind of change everything. Graphics, obviously. Storytelling, definitely. But even just how games are made in the first place.
Right. It's wild.
And we're going straight to the source for this one, talking to the people who know best. Passionate gamers.
We've got intel from, get this, a buzzing Arabic gaming forum, tons of energy there.
Yeah.
And we've got some seriously insightful analyses from AI and gaming blogs. So, best of both worlds.
It's a potent mix. On-the-ground excitement plus, like, expert speculation.
Exactly.
And the big question everyone seems to be asking is, are we on the verge of games that, and I love this phrasing, feel less like playing and more like stepping into another reality?
It's a question worth exploring for sure. And I think a good place to start is, well, this blew my mind a little bit. AI's ability to not just create stunning visuals, which everyone's talking about, but to actually write game code.
Wait, hold on. AI can write actual code now.
It's happening.
That changes, well, that's everything.
It's huge.
One forum user said something like it, and I quote, blew their mind. Honestly, same. But for those of us who don't speak fluent code, which I'm guessing is most of us listening, what does this even mean? Like, practically?
So it's called procedural content generation, PCG. And essentially imagine like giving the game a set of building blocks and some rules, and then you just let it loose to create. And by create, I mean endless, unique dungeons, items, quests, the whole shebang. That's what PCG can do.
So instead of just like that one predictable side quest that everyone skips, you get, a whole universe of like totally unexpected adventures.
Yeah.
All generated by AI.
Precisely. Imagine a game world that, and this is key, that morphs based on your choices, right? Not just pre-scripted paths, no invisible walls, no more of that same old, same old.
And that's where it gets really, really interesting for me. One blog we dug into called this the death of the static game world, which I thought was just like the perfect way to put it. So tell me, what kind of game world would you want AI to build for you?
Ooh. That's a good question. That's a question for both of us, really, and for you listening, too.
Yes.
What if you could, tell a game your wildest desires, and the AI would build it in real time?
Oh, now you're just being a deep. Okay, but we're not just talking about the world itself.
Right.
Wait, what about the characters?
Yeah.
The ones we, actually interact with in these AI-powered games.
Absolutely. The forum, everyone over there was buzzing about AI NPCs, non-player characters.
Yeah.
So those characters you encounter in a game who aren't, controlled by another human player.
Right.
The shopkeepers, the quest givers, even your enemies.
Yeah.
Imagine them not as these, static entities, but as dynamic beings that learn and remember your every move.
Whoa. Okay, this one gamer described an RPG where they made what they thought was like a totally insignificant choice early on in the game, like nothing major.
Okay.
Hours later, it came back to bite them.
No way. What happened?
So this character they'd befriended ended up betraying them because of that earlier decision. The AI had been subtly, tracking their choices the entire time.
Oh, wow.
Influencing the NPC's loyalty without them even, realizing it. Isn't that wild?
That's the kind of, dynamic storytelling that AI makes possible. The blog we were looking at took this concept even further. They were speculating about AI characters grappling with ethical dilemmas.
Oh, my.
Not just, reacting to you, but making choices based on, their own internal programming.
Their own what now?
Yeah.
Internal programming. How can an AI even have ethics?
It's a question that has philosophers and computer scientists, really scratching their heads. But think of it like this. Remember that choice in, what was it called? Popular game. That one where you could either save your squad or sacrifice them for, a tactical advantage?
Oof, yeah. Tough call.
Right. Now imagine an AI companion actually judging you for that decision. Maybe even, refusing to work with you afterward.
Oh, wow. Harsh but fair.
It makes you really question the consequences of your actions, even in a virtual world.
An AI companion judging my every move.
Yeah.
That's both fascinating and a little terrifying. Would it push me to be a better person? At least virtually. Man, gives a whole new meaning to, choose wisely.
Indeed. It really blurs the line between, player and participant in a way we've never seen before. And it raises the question, is this true intelligence? Or Just incredibly sophisticated programming. What do you think?
Honestly, I'm not sure. But speaking of blurring lines, the forum was also like really buzzing about AI's potential to create crazy immersive sound design.
Yes, the power of audio. It's amazing.
One example that really stuck with me was, this gamer was talking about this horror game they were playing.
Okay, yeah.
And they were saying how the AI would like subtly amplify certain sounds based on your actions or where you were in the game world.
Oh, interesting. Like what? Give me an example.
Okay, so imagine like you're creeping through a dark forest, right?
Yeah.
Every time you take a step, the sound of your own footsteps is like amplified just slightly, just enough to make you uneasy.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Or like if you're alone in a creepy mansion, the AI might like tweak the music to match your character's heart rate.
Stop.
So you're like,
that's terrifying.
Oh.
That's next level.
it's like it gets under your skin.
Yeah.
And it's not even like a jump scare. It's just like atmosphere.
Exactly. This goes beyond just like sound effects. We're talking about using AI to like actually tell a story through sound to evoke specific emotions and reactions. One blog called it, and I love this, AI-driven environmental storytelling. And it goes way beyond audio, too. Imagine like environments that react realistically to your every move.
Okay, what does that even mean?
Okay, so think about like a game world where forests actually grow denser after you cut down a tree. Or like towns that change and evolve based on, your reputation in the game, whether you're seen as like a hero or villain.
So it's like the world remembers what you did.
Exactly. It's like this living, breathing, like entity.
That's incredible. It's like, it's not just a world anymore. It's like a character.
Exactly.
Okay, but let's be real. All of this, like cutting edge AI, it's got to come at a cost, right? Like games are already getting more and more expensive to make.
You're hitting on a really crucial point here. And both the forum and the blogs, like everyone brought this up, the economics of AI development, this level of sophistication, it requires serious resources, which could mean, higher prices for gamers.
One user on the forum, actually, they pointed out how some game prices are like already climbing, and they're worried this is just the beginning.
Rightfully so. It's a valid concern.
It is. So like, is that the trade-off for a richer, more dynamic AI-powered gaming experience?
It's a question worth pondering. And, it's not just about the money either. If AI is creating these complex worlds and characters, if it's driving the narrative and judging our choices, does that mean we're sacrificing some of our own, like, creativity and freedom as players?
That's such a good point. Like, are we just along for the ride at that point?
Yeah.
Or are we actually in control?
It's a fascinating dilemma. And honestly, it kind of speaks to like a larger conversation about AI's role in our lives in general, right? Not just in games.
Totally, yeah.
As technology advances, it's up to us to decide how much control we relinquish, how much we allow it to shape our experiences, even our values. Big questions.
It is a lot to think about. We've come a long way from like those clunky game AIs of the past.
We have.
Light years.
The future of gaming is, it's brimming with possibility, but it's not without its challenges and big questions. What excites you most about this, like, AI-powered future of gaming? What concerns you?
Yeah, what are you thinking about?
Hit us up on social media. Let's keep this conversation going. Until next time, game on.